So today I am making an incredible fresh peach sorbet. Yes, sorbet. Now I'm going to start making it and then I'm going to tell you why I picked this recipe. One of the basic ingredients in a sorbet, which is a dairy-free frozen fruit dessert, is a sugar syrup. And all that is sugar and good old water that I'm going to stir together and cook until it comes to a boil and that sugar dissolves. And the beauty of this is that the sweetness will be smooth and you won't have little gritty sugar bits in your delicious sorbet. All right, so when my dear friend Bill Smith and I were riding around picking out peaches, we both were sharing memories of making peach ice cream when we were kids. There is nobody in this world that's going to argue that peach ice cream is good, but nobody in this world is going to argue that it can be a whole lot of trouble to make. With peach sorbet, all you need is a bowl and the freezer in your refrigerator. It is so much easier, and it is the essence of peachiness. Now I'm going to keep stirring. I'm going to let it come to a boil, and then I'm going to pour this in a bowl so that it can cool off. But I promise you, boiling water, a little sugar, you're on your way. So my sugar syrup is all cool, and I'm going to add a few more things to build flavor and build the good texture in the sorbet. The first thing is a little bit of white corn syrup. Now corn syrup, it's not for the sweetness, it's because it minimizes crystallization to give us that smoothness, as does this next ingredient. This is peach schnapps, which is a liqueur that is intensely peachy flavored, but that tiny bit of alcohol controls how our sorbet freezes, and again, it's gonna give us a great texture. Now for balancing the flavor of the fruit, I've got a touch of fresh lemon juice, and a fairly decent pinch of salt. And now we have the perfect syrup, and all that's missing are our peaches. And now I'm gonna finish this up. Now you'll notice I have my handy dandy blender, which is gonna make quick work of this. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take about half of my peaches. Now these are frozen peaches, and I like using frozen because it makes the sorbet set up more quickly. And these can be peaches you've frozen or a really high quality store-bought frozen peach, and there's some great ones out there. And this is approximately half of that gorgeous sugar syrup that we made earlier. Pop on the lid and turn on my machine. Now when you've got about half of it done, you put in the rest. Pour our syrup in and let it go. Now because these peaches are frozen, you're gonna have a soft serve consistency to your sorbet right away that you may wanna eat it just like that. But in a second, I'm gonna show you what you do to get it scoopable. And I want you to let this go until you can see no little bits of those peaches. You really want this to be a completely smooth puree, and I think that's what I've got. And so what I have here is an icy cold glass baking dish. Now the reason I'm using something of this size is I want this to be nice and shallow, because the more shallow it is, the more quickly it's going to freeze. Look how easy that is. You don't even really have to smooth it out. So once it's in here, all you need to do is cover it with a tight fitting lid, and you're gonna stash this in the freezer. Even after a couple of hours, it will have firmed up enough that you can start making spoonfuls. But if you want beautiful, scoopable servings, let this stick in the freezer, maybe even overnight. It'll be worth the wait. And now my wait is over. It is time to dig into this sorbet. Got myself my little scoop here, and look how beautiful this does. It just rakes right up, not too hard, not too soft, just beautiful bits of sorbet. Now you don't need a thing other than a spoon for this, but I gotta show you this wonderful little trick that I do when I wanna make this even more special. This is condiment grade balsamic vinegar. It's thick, it's syrupy, it's aged a little bit, and just a tiny little drizzle of this gorgeous, fruity, beautiful balsamic is the best thing with peaches. My goodness, beats whipped cream. This is so good. This is the peachiest peach thing you are ever gonna make. It's so easy, it stays in your freezer, makes an instant treat. You really do need to make this, and you need to eat this. You really do.